Welcome back to channel. In the fascinating world of coin collecting, few coins capture attention quite like the iconic Lincoln wheat penny. These small copper coins, once part of everyday pocket change, have transformed into some of the most sought-after treasures in American numismatics. Today, we're diving into the 5 most valuable wheat penny coins ever discovered, each with unique mint marks, rare conditions, and astonishing auction prices that can reach thousands, or even millions, of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this journey might change the way you look at your spare change forever. So let's get started. First up, we're diving into one of the most talked about coins among collectors, the 1944 United States wheat penny. At first glance, a dirty or worn coin might not seem special, but don't be fooled. Even in less than perfect condition, certain versions of this coin can carry surprising value. In this video, we'll explore its history, features, rarity, and how much it can actually sell for in today's auction market. The Lincoln wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin became one of the most iconic pieces in U.S. currency history. The 1944 issue came during the final years of World War II, a time when metal composition was still influenced by wartime needs. Unlike the famous 1943 steel cents, the 1944 pennies returned to a copper-based alloy made from recycled shell casings. The D Mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, making it part of a large but historically significant production. The 1944 D wheat penny carries distinctive features that make it easy to identify. On the obverse, you'll find the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1944, accompanied by the small D Mint mark beneath it. The reverse showcases 2 wheat stalks framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, a design that gave the coin its nickname. The metal composition is primarily copper, giving it a reddish-brown tone when new, though coins in dirty condition often appear dark brown or heavily toned due to oxidation and circulation wear. Even in a dirty state, collectors closely examine details like lettering sharpness, wheat lines, and overall strike quality. Now here's where things get interesting. The 1944 D wheat penny is not considered rare in general, as millions were minted. However, rarity comes into play when we look at condition, errors, and unusual variations. A dirty coin may seem common, but if it has strong detail, minimal damage, or rare minting errors, it can attract serious attention from collectors. Additionally, coins that have not been cleaned improperly often retain more value than those that have been harshly polished. Demand for wheat pennies remains consistently strong because they represent a key era in American history, and collectors are always searching for high-quality examples, or hidden treasures in overlooked conditions. In terms of market value, a standard 1944 D wheat penny in dirty or heavily circulated condition typically ranges from about $399,000. However, coins with better detail, even if still considered dirty, can fetch between $5 and $20. The real excitement comes when rare errors or exceptional preservation are involved. Some high-grade examples have sold for over $100, and rare varieties, such as off-metal strikes or unique minting errors, have reached into the thousands at auction. The key takeaway is that condition alone doesn't determine value. Rarity, eye appeal, and unique characteristics all play a major role. For collectors, the most important tip is to never clean your coins aggressively. Cleaning can significantly reduce value, even if the coin looks more attractive afterward. Instead, store your coins in protective holders and handle them carefully by the edges. When evaluating a 1944 D wheat penny, look closely for sharp details, unusual features, and any signs of minting errors. It's also wise to compare your coin with verified examples or have it graded by a professional service if you believe it may be valuable. Patience and careful observation are key in the world of coin collecting. In conclusion, the 1944 D wheat penny may seem ordinary at first, especially in dirty condition, but it holds a fascinating place in history and can still carry real value. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced collector, this coin reminds us that even the smallest pieces of currency can tell powerful stories, and sometimes they can be worth far more than their face value. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American coin history, the 1958 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny. At first glance, this small copper coin might look ordinary, especially in dirty or circulated condition. But don't let its worn appearance fool you. Hidden within these humble pennies could be surprising value, collector interest, and even the potential for big auction prices in rare cases. If you've ever wondered whether that old penny in your pocket could be worth more than 1 cent, this video is exactly what you need. The 1958 D. Wheat Penny was minted by the United States Mint at its Denver facility, which is represented by the D. Mint mark on the coin. This coin is part of the famous Wheat Penny series, officially known as the Lincoln Wheat Penny, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. The Wheat Penny design remained in production until 1958, making this particular coin the final year of the iconic series. That alone gives it historical importance, as 1958 marks the end of an era before the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959. Millions of these coins were produced, but their significance lies in being the last of their kind. The 1958 D. Wheat Penny features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, facing right, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," to the left, and the year, 1958, with the D. Mint mark just below the date. On the reverse, you'll find the classic wheat ears design, 2 stylized wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, along with the motto, E Pluribus Unum. In dirty or circulated condition, these coins often appear dark brown or even black due to oxidation and years of handling. While this reduces their visual appeal, it doesn't necessarily eliminate their value, especially if the coin has rare characteristics like minting errors, strong strike details, or unusual toning. Now here's where things get interesting. While the 1958 D. Wheat Penny is not rare in general circulation, its demand among collectors remains steady because it represents the final chapter of the Wheat Penny series. However, truly rare versions of this coin, such as those with mint errors or in exceptionally high grades, can command significant attention. For example, collectors actively search for error coins like doubled dies or off-center strikes from 1958. Although most 1958 D pennies are common, a rare error or an uncirculated specimen in pristine condition can become highly desirable in auctions. Even coins in dirty condition may gain attention if they show signs of unique minting flaws. In average circulated or dirty condition, a typical 1958 D. Wheat Penny is usually worth between $145,000 depending on its condition and demand. While that may not sound exciting, the value increases significantly for coins in better condition. Uncirculated examples can range from $1 to $5 or more. But here's the exciting part. Rare error versions or high-grade specimens have been known to sell for hundreds, or even thousands of dollars at auction. One famous example is a rare 1958 double-die penny, which has reached extraordinary prices in the collector market. So even if your coin looks dirty or worn, it's still worth examining carefully before dismissing it as just spare change. If you come across a 1958 D. Wheat Penny, avoid cleaning it, even if it looks dirty. Cleaning can actually reduce the coin's value by damaging its natural surface. Instead, store it in a dry place, preferably in a coin holder or protective sleeve. Take time to inspect the coin closely for any unusual features, such as doubling in the lettering, off-center strikes, or unusual coloration. These small details can make a huge difference in value. If you suspect your coin might be rare, consider having it evaluated by a professional grading service. Patience is also key in coin collecting. Sometimes the true value of a coin is only realized when the right collector comes along at the right time. In conclusion, the 1958 D. Wheat Penny may seem like a simple, dirty old coin, but it carries historical importance and hidden potential. As the final year of the Wheat Penny series, it holds a special place in American numismatics. While most examples are common, rare variations and high-quality specimens can bring impressive prices in the auction market. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American coin history, the 1935 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny. At first glance, it may look like just another old 1-cent coin, but collectors know that certain dates, mint marks, and conditions can turn an ordinary penny into a highly desirable collectible worth far more than its face value. In this video, we'll explore why the 1935 wheat penny in fine condition continues to attract attention in the coin collecting world and how it can command impressive prices in today's market. The Lincoln wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, marking a major shift in American coin design. The 1935 version was minted at the Denver Mint during a time when the United States was still recovering from the Great Depression. Coin production was steady, but not excessive, making certain coins from this era especially appealing to collectors today. The 1935 wheat penny carries the classic design by Victor David Brenner, featuring a detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. The reverse displays two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, which is why it's commonly called the wheat penny. The D mint mark located below the date indicates it was struck in Denver. In fine condition, this coin shows moderate wear, but key details like Lincoln's profile and the wheat stalk lines remain visible, giving it both historical character and collectible appeal. While the 1935 wheat penny is not the rarest in the series, its demand remains strong due to its age, historical context, and mint mark. Coins from the Denver Mint often draw extra attention, especially when preserved in better condition. Collectors aiming to complete a full wheat penny set actively seek out this coin, and those in fine or higher condition are increasingly harder to find as time goes on. This steady demand plays a major role in driving its value upward in auctions and private sales. When it comes to value, the 1935 wheat penny in fine condition can typically range from around $545,000 depending on eye appeal and exact grading. However, coins in higher grades such as extremely fine or mint state can fetch significantly more, sometimes reaching $50 or even over $100 at auction. Exceptional specimens with strong details and minimal wear can surprise collectors with even higher bids, especially in competitive markets. If you're lucky enough to own or find a 1935 wheat penny, it's important to handle it carefully. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can reduce its value significantly. Store it in a protective holder to prevent further wear or environmental damage. When buying, always check the coin's authenticity and condition, and consider professional grading if you believe your coin may be of higher quality. Paying attention to small details like mint marks and surface condition can make a big difference in value. The 1935 Lincoln wheat penny may be small in size, but it carries a rich history and a growing appeal among collectors. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced numismatist, this coin represents a perfect blend of history, artistry, and investment potential. Keep an eye on your spare change. You never know when a hidden treasure like this might turn up. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and love discovering rare and valuable coins like the 1935 Lincoln wheat penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.